This is the afternoon weather briefing. This is for Tuesday, the 10th of June. This is James Spann. Alabama's weather, nice and quiet today. Got a few isolated showers around, but most places are rain-free, and we'll certainly take that. We do expect to see an increase in the number of scattered showers and storms late this week and over the weekend. But again, the key word is scattered. But let's begin with the upper air look across the country today. And again, we have a fairly impressive long-wave trough for this time of the year that's over the eastern states. We have a ridge in the western part of the United States. And again, we got some drier air that's filtered into the northern part of the state on the backside of that trough. And accordingly, it's pretty quiet today for the northern counties of the state. Let's take a look at the radar. We are live this afternoon at 2:13. And there are some active showers and thunderstorms in progress across the southwestern counties of the state. In fact, there is a severe thunderstorm warning in effect now for parts of western Mobile County for the thunderstorm complex that is coming in to Sims and areas west of Mobile. And no risk of a tornado here. That could produce some strong gusty winds and possibly some small hail. Some pretty decent downpours over the Mobile Delta north of Mobile, parts of northern Mobile and Baldwin counties. And some pretty good downpours up in parts of Conecuh and northeastern Escambia counties. And checking the southeastern part of the state, again, a good downpour that's west of Geneva, in Geneva County on the Alabama-Florida state line. But again, for the northern counties of the state, there's just not much to show. We've got one isolated storm that is over Greene County, around Bolagie and the Tombigbee River southwest of Utah. A little shower that's located down to the south of Moundville, between Moundville and Greensboro near Havana Junction. And other than that, pretty quiet for the northern part of the state. So again, if you're in North Alabama, pretty good chance you'll be dry this evening. Again, we got those strong storms down to the south. Here's the visible satellite view, and again, you can see how the drier air that's moved into North Alabama with those deeper pockets of convection down across the southern counties of the state. And again, there seems to be the frontal boundary, the leading edge of the dry air south of Birmingham. That storm that's located near Utah, that's on the boundary. There's the regional radar composite, again showing mostly dry conditions across the state. Pretty warm today, but really not that bad. You know, we've just not had a lot of heat problems this summer so far. But remember, we've got to get through July and August. We have a long way to go. We've got mostly low 80s for North Alabama, mid 80s in spots. In fact, Huntsville's up to 86 because the sun's out in full force. The warm spot, Dothan at 87. Mobile with a thunderstorm nearby. They've got 76 degrees there. Here's the watch warning map around the nation. A severe thunderstorm watch in effect for parts of far west Texas, including El Paso. Otherwise, things are pretty quiet. Here's the severe weather outlook for the rest of today and tonight. And we note that SPC has introduced this very low-end marginal risk in advance of the surface front from South Texas up into parts of New England. And again, this includes basically much of South Alabama for this afternoon. And south of that surface front, there might be a strong storm. But again, winds aloft are very weak and ill-defined, and this is a very low-end threat. Tomorrow, marginal risks, 3 of them, north and west of Alabama. And on day 3, which is Thursday, got a marginal risk over parts of Texas and also parts of the High Plains states. Here's a look at rain for the next 7 days. Rain amounts around 1 inch. And again, as the storms will be random and scattered, these numbers will be all over the board. Some spots will see less than that. Some spots will see more. This is just an average number for the next week or so. And the tropics remain very quiet. No tropical storms, no hurricanes for the next 7 days. So model fans, here we go. The GFS, this is the 12Z run tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock. And again, the trough that's over the eastern states is lifting out. And again, a fairly dry air mass will be in place, but there could be a few spotty storms, mainly over the southern half of the state. This is the high-resolution HRRR model, valid tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock, suggesting the better chance of scattered storms south of US 80. The northern half of the state mostly rain-free, highs mid to upper 80s, much like the weather we have today. Really not much change on Thursday. Again, there could be a few spotty showers about. And then Friday, there is evidence that the air aloft could be a little colder, the air a little more unstable, the moisture a little deeper, and there could be an increase in the number of scattered showers and thunderstorms on Friday. But understand it will not rain everywhere, not raining all day. I would not call it a rainy day. But scattered storms, most of them, not necessarily all, most of them between about 2 and 8 p.m. or 2 and 10 p.m., and again, highs in the upper 80s. And that's the deal for the weekend. This is Saturday and this is Sunday. There is no way anybody anywhere knows exactly when and where it will rain. That's the way it works in summertime here. We'll have some sun. We'll have scattered storms, most of them during the afternoon and evening hours. Highs mid to upper 80s. Same thing on Monday, and this is a week from today, Tuesday, June the 17th. Little shortwave trough in the southern edge of the westerlies, and that might enhance the coverage of showers and storms. But again, this is a week out. It's summertime. Synoptic scale features are very ill-defined this time of the year, and that could change. Let's go out 10 days. This is Friday of next week, June 20th. That looks like June 20th. Mid-latitude westerlies, the jet stream up on the Canadian border. Just a big old ridge aloft here, light winds aloft, and again, a humid air mass and maybe a few isolated storms, but probably not many with a ridge. Rain for Birmingham coming off the European ensemble. It's up there about 2 to 2.5 inches between now and the 25th of June. Temperatures coming off the NBM, National Blend of Models, mid to upper 80s through the middle of next week. And then notice we have 91 showing up for Thursday and Friday of next week. That's June 19th and June 20th as the ridge begins to build. Hey, listen, we all know that summer heat is coming. And this is the 8 to 14-day guidance. This is yesterday's. Let me take a peek here and see if the new one is in. And it is not, but the idea is the same. Temperatures probably a little above average June 17th through June 23rd with that ridge in place. So once again, let's go back to the radar. Let's go back down to southwest Alabama. The northern counties of the state are quiet and dry. The main storminess is down south. And for those on the Gulf Coast, all these storms are right now north of Gulf Shores, Orange Beach, Fort Morgan. But if you notice, there's a little southward component to the motion here. They're moving east-southeast, so some of these might creep into the Gulf Coast region over the next few hours. But again, a severe thunderstorm warning in effect now for western Mobile County. For the thunderstorm complex here that's coming in towards Sims along U.S. Highway 98 or just south of U.S. 98. And that will probably wind up affecting the city of Mobile. And again, there's no tornado threat here. Could produce some small hail and strong gusty winds. And that warning is in effect until 2:45 this afternoon. And you can see other storms stretched out through the Florida Panhandle north of Interstate 10 in parts of Escambia, Conecuh, and Covington counties down in parts of South Alabama. But again, the northern part of the state will likely stay dry tonight. So that'll wrap it up for this afternoon's discussion. For those that are new here, we do these twice a day, every morning about 5:15, every afternoon about 2:45. And, of course, as always, hey, we invite you to watch us on the TV side, ABC 3340 News this evening at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.